Hey family, it's me. So I thought I'd have another little conversation with you guys. It's really sunny out here, so I hope my eyes don't look swollen or whatever. But I wanted to have a conversation with you, a quick little story time. Um, something that's on my mind about the death of Chadwick Bosman, and it's really sad, and it came as a big surprise to me. Because I didn't know anything about him being sick and, having colon cancer or whatever. So, guys and girls, make sure that you check yourselves out and go to the doctor and, do what you need to do to make sure that you're okay and you're not sick and, whatever. Just kind of be proactive. And I'm not saying that he wasn't being proactive, because he probably was, and he was getting treatment and stuff. But anyway, like Lauren London said when Nipsey died, that God is going to, people are only lent to us for a while, and God's going to want them back, and we don't know when he's going to want them back or what time he's going to want them back, and we don't know what time, day or hour that we're going to go or be called back home. So you want to make sure that you're always ready. I don't know how to get ready. I don't know what that means. But I'm just telling you guys anyway, because death is, it's just horrible. It's just something horrible. And I really hate that that happened, because it seems like he was on the upward spiral in his career. And he was really passionate about life and just about doing a lot of things, in the industry and for African Americans. I went back and actually looked on his Instagram, and on his Instagram they had quite a few things on there. He was with Kamala Harris at one point, and then he talked about African Americans in the industry and how we're not treated fairly and we're not really a correct representation of the things, of TV, of film, that we're not represented correctly on there, that there has to be more African Americans put on TV, or people of color for that matter. It doesn't necessarily mean just African Americans or people of color. We want people of color on there, and we want to be represented. So I hope that Hollywood actually tries to, go back and look at his Instagram as well and see what he was meant for, because everybody who's put here is meant for something. You were born for a day such as this.
Purpose is an essential element of you. It is the reason you are on the planet at this particular time in history. Your very existence is wrapped up in the things you are here to fulfill. Whatever you choose for a career path, remember the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose. When I dare to challenge the system that would relegate us to victims and stereotypes with no clear historical backgrounds, no hopes or talents, when I questioned that method of portrayal, a different path opened up for me. The path to my destiny. When God has something for you, it doesn't matter who stands against it. God will move someone that's holding you back away from a door and put someone there who will open it for you. If it's meant for you, I don't know what your future is. But if you're willing to take the harder way, the more complicated one, the one with more failures at first than successes, the one that has ultimately proven to have more meaning, more victory, more glory, then you will not regret it. Now, this is your time.
And also, I look at some of the Instagram and YouTubers. I have to switch hands because, wow, it's hurting me. But anyway, I want you guys to kind of look at the view that I have behind me in the trees. Right? Isn't that pretty? So back to the orange background, because I really like it. But I just want you guys to know Oh yeah, the YouTubers, that's what I was talking about. See, I'm rambling right now, but it's okay, because that's what I want to do. I want to ramble. I don't want to really be prepared by, you know, a script or something to say. I just want you guys to know what's on my heart. And there's a lot of YouTubers out there that we watch, and then they're, you know, squabbling and arguing and wanting to fight about various little topics. And, you know, in the scheme of things, none of that matters. None of that matters. I wish they stopped arguing about a lot of different things, and, you know, petty things, and talking about people's families and moms and dads and kids and all that kind of stuff, because in the scheme of things, again, that doesn't matter. Wow, that house is nice. It has a little deck at the top, and that is so cute. Let me turn around and let you guys see that. I don't know if you can see that from there. Oops, there it is. See that little, there's a deck on top of there. But anyway, that's really cool. I like the deck on top. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So yeah, none of that matters in the scheme of things. None of that matters. The arguing, if you're arguing with your spouse or your significant other, if you're arguing with your kids, life is short. So none of that stuff matters. The only thing that matters is that you love one another and you treat everybody with respect and dignity. Oh, and yeah, you know what? We just went inside of a store, and I'm from Texas, so there's people that cross in front of you that don't have any respect. I think when you cross in front of someone, and you guys tell me exactly what you think, because maybe I'm being a little bit too much, but when you cross in front of someone, say excuse me. It's just the right thing to do, to say excuse me, to be cordial to people. Yeah, that's just what I think. And a lot of people don't do it, and they don't think anything of it, and maybe they weren't raised like that. To say excuse me to when you pass in front of someone is just, gosh, to me that's just common. Even if I wasn't raised that way, and I don't think I did. I don't think my parents actually told me, you know, when you cross in front of someone, say excuse me. I think that's just something that's a norm. That's a given with me. And I teach my kids the same thing. You just don't act like people aren't there. When you're in an elevator, you know, people sometimes don't speak and don't say anything, and you just don't do that either, right? You always acknowledge people. So life is short. People are looking at me as I'm passing by, so I am looking at them as well, if that's what you guys are looking at. But life is short. Time is short. You know, I feel so bad what happened with Chadwick Bosman. He has a lot of movies that's coming out, and so support his family as well. And I just feel really bad about what happened, and I know it's life, because we all get sick, and we're all gonna die. We're all gonna go that way. And guys, if you don't know how to, if you don't pray to God, if you don't think there's a higher power than you, or maybe even an afterlife, then I feel bad for you guys, you know, that don't believe in God or don't believe in a higher power. Because there is a higher power, and there is a God, and we all have to pass that way one day. So we're not afraid to die. You have to just think about that. So yeah, I don't really know what else I want to talk about, but I just want to say that I really care about you guys, and I hope you're listening. I hope you pay attention to my video, and just pay attention to life, pay attention to your surroundings, enjoy life. I know it's kind of hard, because right now a lot of us are just going about our lives aimlessly without a purpose. And we should, well, my eyes actually look kind of swollen in the sun. We should all have a purpose in what we're doing in the world. So think about your purpose. I think I talked about this in my previous video, but think about your purpose. I don't know, purposes, now it's even more important that Chadwick Bosman passed away, and it's such a shock to the world and such a shock to many people. So think about your purpose and what actually God has you here to do, and just do that, and just love everybody and care everybody, be respectful of people, stop wanting to fight, stop wanting to do things that you're not supposed to do. I don't know whose rule book that's in, but I don't know. Not what you're supposed to do is probably my rule book, but I just wanted to say that. And there's somebody just parked behind our car. But anyway, I love you, and take care of yourself, and God bless. Peace.